Good morning, folks. Well, today I have the opportunity to introduce you to my new toy that I bought. Now, a few years ago I had a backhoe and didn't want to get rid of it, but it had a few issues and I needed some work on it. And a buddy of mine came around and he wanted to buy it from me, so I sold it, and I missed it. So this showed up here in town. The guy had a line of them up there. He started a new business selling some backhoes, and so this is my new backhoe. Now, my first backhoe was a Case 580 SL. This is pretty equivalent size machine. John Deere 310D. It's a 94 with 4,000 hours on it. My other one was a 98 with 3,500 hours on it. And but this has a cab on it, which is what I wanted, and it's actually a little bit more refined. It has, instead of a 4-stick for the hoe operation, it's got 2 toggle sticks. So there's 2 sticks, and they goes 4 different directions. Missing the operator's manual on it. I think it might be in the ceiling. But anyway, this thing's a really nice looking backhoe. The cylinders are dry, which is something you always look for, you know, because you have to rebuild them, and some of them aren't so easy to rebuild, easy to get off. But this thing is a clean, dry machine. Now, somebody's painted it up, so you know it made it look better than maybe it did before they cleaned it up. But it's got extend-a-hoe on it, and man, it is just a nice machine. And I have a cab, so now if I park it outside in the wintertime and it snows, I don't have to dig snow out of the seat to use it to plow snow with. Tires could be better. But anyway, some of the maintenance things I am looking at now, since I just got it, that's used, is, well, this happened on my first backhoe too. These lower pins down here on the bottom of the bucket, they're in the dirt all the time, and if you don't keep them greased and cleaned up, they get jammed with the mud and dirt and stuff. So on the last one I had to actually pull the pins out and then dig the mud that had worked its way into the grease channels. I just tried to grease these. They won't take grease, so I'm gonna have to pull these pins out, and that's kind of a big deal because this bucket's heavy, so you got to have it lined up just right, and you got to use the hydraulics to do it. Anyway, I guess that it's not the you can see the grease on that one right there. It's the main lower pins that are what need grease. So I'm going to walk you through that as I go through this thing. I'm looking for there's the grease fitting on that one. Looks like that one's been staying greased. That's the tilt hydraulics, the tilt piston, and looks like the hood doesn't pop up on this. It's got little access doors, which is kind of neat. And my last one had some damage. It had been a rental machine, and it was kind of rough kind of worse for wear. This one here is looks like it had lived a pretty nice life, actually. The lights in general work. There's a few of them that aren't working. It needs some new windshield wipers. It doesn't have air, it only has heat. But sweet machine. I can't wait to put it to use. So anyway, I will walk you through some of the things I do to it, like checking the oil, and which I haven't done yet, and replacing the oil. I'll change it, since I don't really know. I don't really know exactly what what the state of it is. Here is something though that I almost didn't buy it. This right here is the return to dig lever. What happens is when you lift the bucket up real high, it actually starts tilting it forward, so you don't dump your load over on the top of your hood, and that's not working. It looks like somehow this has gotten bent here, and I don't really know how that happened. It looks like whoever did it, whoever painted it, painted right over that rather than bending that back. So I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to heat it with my torch red hot and bend that back straight, and hopefully this will all start working again. This is the lever that actually controls that, and we pulled down on it and it actually did level out the bucket. So pretty sure that that's really not going to be an issue. Hydraulic oil is put in up here, which there must be a bigger tank. Maybe that tank is down in there, because usually there's a, you know, a 10 or a 15 gallon tank of hydraulic oil for these things. Anyway, 4-wheel drive works good. Top speed's about 20. Anyway, excited to have a new machine. So we're inside the machine now. This is a shuttle shift, so you put it in gear, and then if you want to go forward, you just put it forward, put it in reverse to go reverse. It has a gas pedal like a car, and this is the shifter to go between the 4 different ranges. But it'll idle and all. There's no clutch or anything. This button down here, if you press that, it locks the rear differential, so it locks the 2 wheels together. So if you're in a tough bad traction situation, it helps you continue out straight or get out of it like that. But it's 4-wheel drive, so it probably won't happen very often. These front doors open wide open. These are all glass, so in wintertime it has heat. These side windows open up and lets the air through here. These are the outriggers to steady the machine while you're using the backhoe part. And these are the toggle, the 4-way toggle levers that control the backhoe, which I like better because I had 4 levers before, and this is a lot better to me. And I have never got good enough at it anyway that it matters to me one way or the other. Muffler on this is good. Everything is just clean. I mean, it's like a pretty new looking machine to me. So yeah, and so this is the dashboard, and this little hazard light area that fell apart. So there was someone trying to be tricky, and I just tried to rub on it. I thought there was some dirt on it because I couldn't see anything, and then it just popped right out of there. So I don't know whether the guy knew about that or not, but anyway, I'm gonna have to try to pull that apart and get it going again. It's got glow plugs. The other one didn't have that, so it should start better in the wintertime. Parking brake is not a manual lever. It is actually a electronic switch, and so you can't drive through this parking brake. It won't let you, and that's a common problem with the last backhoe. Was people would drive through that brake, and then eventually the parking brake didn't work. So this one doesn't allow you to do that. So 4163 hours, so it's got a few more hours than my last one did. Horn work, well, it's not even on. Got a full tank of gas. Here's the 4-wheel drive button, and it's like a limited slip front 4-wheel drive thing. That's better than my last one. So I don't have a beacon button, heater and blower. So there's the throttle, and I'm not sure what these pins are. I think I have an owner's manual up here. Let's pull that out. Mice haven't gotten into it, but it looks like it's it. Awesome. And when this big window opens up and it flips right up inside of here and locks up against the ceiling, and that windshield wiper motor goes up in that hole there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. These lights don't work, so I'll have to take a look at some of this stuff. Also, this is kind of flaky here. I think somebody's loosened it or something's broken, but you can't open this from the outside. And this whole door opens up too, so if you need to get out on the other side of the thing. Okay, so here's another thing I noticed. This is really not a quick attach bucket. That my other one had a quick attach where you'd pull one pin, and then the thing was hanging from a curved area. This looks like it has just two pins where it has to hook in. So I think they sell the attachment. I'm not going to buy it. I've only ever left one bucket on. I don't have any attachments for this, so I'm fine with it not having a quick attach bucket because I'm not putting on a thing to hammer rocks or any other things out here. I might try to put a thumb on this so you can actually grab things with the backhoe and pick them up and move them around. Man, my pads are even good on here. Like my last one, the pads were all worn out and they were all messed up. Nothing's leaking. The turn cylinders are still looking clean and good. This is pretty dry too. Looks like someone's kept this pretty well maintained, honestly. I don't know what this pin is right here. This is kind of interesting. I mean, this is the pivot, the main pivot for the boom. This is the leverage pivot for the cylinder. We've got this cylinder here, that's the extend-a-hoe. And this is for the curl on the bucket. And this is to raise and lower the boom. And I don't know what's, oh, I know what that is. That's just the other end of this. So the other end of the boom lift hooks onto that one. All right, that makes sense. Anyway, it's an awesome machine, man. One safety, oh, here's something else that's broken on this. This cable doesn't, it looks like it's broken or not attached, and this is what you use to, if you want to pull the boom up, pull the backhoe up and you lock it into these ears. And usually there's a lever and this holds up and you can pick it up and then that drops down into these ears here and it holds it in place. And I'm not sure, this looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I'm not sure what happened with it or why it's broken. I'll probably try to fix it, but it's not really necessary. I mean, normally you know, when I park the machine, I rest the bucket down on the ground just so it's, so no one, you know, if someone hit a lever while it wasn't running and someone was outside, that you could actually smash somebody, someone could get hurt. So I try to leave all my, everything down on the ground. Anyway, so here it is. Well, I think we're going to end this video here. This is the introduction to the backhoe. I've got the next video will be doing maintenance on some of the pins and just some of the things I've done to get this backhoe in working order. I did have a cylinder blowout. I recorded part of some of that getting repaired, but I went and had it repaired, which was too expensive. So next time I'll be doing it myself. So until the next video, see you later.